Good Sunday morning, everybody, from the First Defense Doppler 3 Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Austin Onek with the latest edition of News Channel 3's online video weather blog, Weather Overtime. Thanks for joining me for this, and thanks to everybody for tuning in last night for our Facebook weather chat. Had a great time talking and answering questions for everybody about the forecast and talking about Severe Weather Awareness Week, which begins today. If you'd like to know more about what's going on with the weather across the Mid-South when it comes to getting ready for severe weather, great opportunity to learn more with the National Weather Service this week. We'll talk more about that coming up here in just a little bit. Let's go ahead and get started right now and show you what's going on across the Mid-South. Plenty of sunshine out there from our Cotton Exchange camera downtown Memphis, looking over the Mississippi River and the southern end of Mud Island off into the area in and around eastern Arkansas. Likewise, looking clear at I-55 and Goodman Road. No problems being seen here with visibility off toward Church Road down to around the south and around the area of Horn Lake. No problems at all so far. Germantown, tons of sunshine at Poplar Pike and Germantown Road, and looking out toward the buildings of East Memphis, some very quiet conditions there. Quiet on Germantown Parkway this morning from just south of I-40 in Cordova, Tennessee on the St. Francis Cam, and also seeing fairly clear skies this morning with golf carts lined up and ready to go into and around the area of Windike Country Club in southeast Memphis, around Winchester Road, and around the University of Mississippi in Ole Miss at Oxford, showing again beautiful skies and cold but clear conditions out there with temperatures again back in the lower 50s to upper 40s this morning, so just a bit on the chilly side. And Heidelberg Elementary on a Sunday morning, plenty of blue skies, but nothing showing up in the way of rainfall at this time, and likewise lots of sunshine at Bethel Springs Elementary School in Bethel Springs, Tennessee. These are all available at wreg.com/webcams if you'd like to tune in and see what's going on there. And as of right now, some very quiet conditions in the Mid-South, but another storm system is going to be heading our way. We've got one storm system moving in tonight and another one coming in on Tuesday. That's going to be, again, the potential for where we see more possibilities of showers and thunderstorms in the Mid-South getting into the next couple of days. The first storm system arriving tonight and going through the Mid-South about midnight through about early tomorrow morning, taking any chances of rainfall along with it. The main energy of the storm system is going to be passing well to our north and east, so not that much to tell you about in the way of major problems with snow or ice or anything like that. Could be some problems around New England and into southeastern Canada, but not much for us. Our next storm system will be coming in as we get into Monday night late and into early Tuesday. That's where we may see the possibility of showers and thunderstorms, which could be a bit of a headache for Super Tuesday, but do not let that be a problem. Get out and cast your ballot if you're registered and are of age and have got your choices made up. Or even if you haven't, do your research and find out what's going on. But do not let the weather be an excuse. Don't ever let that happen. Make certain you get out and get things taken care of as soon as possible for your voting rights into around the Mid-South. Let's make certain those are exercised on Super Tuesday and get everything taken care of. Today's temperatures going back into the mid to upper 60s to lower 70s. Chances of rain not showing up by about 3 o'clock this afternoon. But as we get into around dinner time tonight, that's when we start to see more chances of rain across the Mid-South. And so far, just looking at rainfall, and that's going to be about it. Low temperatures tonight in the mid to upper 40s to around the lower 50s, and high temperatures tomorrow back in the mid to upper 60s to close to 70 degrees once again. Chances of rain should be limited down to the southern parts of the viewing area, south of Oxford, Tupelo, Batesville, Clarksdale, in that area. Low temperatures Monday night, not that low, back in the mid to upper 50s, close to 60 degrees for low temperatures, and chances of rain start moving back into the picture late Monday night into early on Tuesday morning. Better chances of showers and thunderstorms across the Mid-South as we get into Tuesday. High temperatures on Tuesday, very mild, back into the mid to upper 60s or so, and winds across the area through the rest of the day. We'll be back out of the southwest, but we'll be turning a bit to the west-northwest as we get into later on this afternoon, around evening hours on Tuesday toward Wednesday morning. Wind gusts could be around 20 miles per hour on Tuesday. Could be a bit breezy today as well, but otherwise not seeing too much of any major concern. And for Tuesday night, chances of rainfall starting to make their way out of the Mid-South area by about midnight, so hopefully getting some drier conditions in there. Lows Tuesday night, much colder, back in the lower to mid-30s, and high temperatures on Wednesday will be correspondingly colder, just by a bit, back in the upper 40s to lower to mid-50s, which is pretty close to where we should be for this time of the year, so looking pretty quiet across much of the Mid-South there. Let's check out the forecast for the severe weather possibilities from the Storm Prediction prediction center showing nothing today, and just to our west into tomorrow, a marginal threat will exist across much of Oklahoma, northwest Arkansas, southwestern Missouri, and a good portion of south central and southeastern Kansas, right along and basically north of the Red River. That's for Monday. For Tuesday, the threat is even more widespread, but it's not going to be a powerful system at this point. There's going to be better chances of showers and thunderstorms becoming severe in the green shaded category from the Rio Grande, the Gulf of Mexico, all the way back up into the Appalachians. And that's where we see again the potential of showers and thunderstorms at their height on Tuesday. So moving in early in the morning and through the afternoon hours, better possibilities of showers across much of the Mid-South area as we get into the early evening hours as well. But this is going to be the extent of the severe weather at this point. This could get even rougher. More severe weather could be a possibility. Higher levels of severe weather could be a potential problem. So stay tuned for more as we get into the next couple of days. We'll be keeping a very close eye on what's going on here. Severe Weather Awareness Week begins today. That starts again for today with different topics coming up. Today, talking about thunderstorm and tornado safety, and over the next several days, different types of information, including information on floods, lightning safety, how to get storm ready, the basics of tornadoes, and how you can research and get more information about all these storms, how they affect the Mid-South area, and more importantly, how you can be prepared. And one of the best ways you can be prepared is to go to, again, the National Weather Service homepage for Memphis at weather.gov. Click on the Mid-South and then click on Skywarn down in the blue menu bar on the left-hand side of the page. Coming up in the next several days and weeks, more training for the Mid-South when it comes to severe weather. We need your eyes and ears on the ground. Severe weather can happen very quickly, and we need people to be able to recognize what's going on. Doppler radar is a great tool, but it can only see so far down to the ground. That's where you come in for your eyes and ears to tell us more about what's happening. And these places will be coming up in the next several weeks and months as meeting places for training for severe weather. Monday, the 29th, Cross County, Wynn Fire Department and Wynn, Arkansas. Contact Rusty McLean. That'll be 6:30 p.m. on Monday. Tuesday, Super Tuesday in Holly Springs. I'm guessing there's going to be a fairly large turnout of people for this one who want to know more about severe weather and how to predict it. Marshall County at Holly Springs Fire Department at 127 West Falconer Avenue in Holly Springs. Hugh Hollowell is the contact there, 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday. Next Tuesday, the 8th of March, 2 locations coming up. One in the Boot Heel of Missouri, Dunklin County at the United Methodist Church, at First United Methodist Church, 300 College Avenue. Larry Kelly, the contact point there. Tipton County EOC building at 8629 Highway 51 South in Brighton, Tennessee. Tommy Donovan is the contact there, and that's going to be again on exactly the same day at exactly the same time in 2 different locations. 10th of March, Weakley County Law Enforcement Facility in 7951 Highway 22 in Dresden, and many other locations coming up, including from Memphis, Shelby County at Lord of Life Lutheran Church, 6865 Poplar Pike, 7 p.m. If you're able to attend that, great opportunity to learn more. Joe Lowenthal, amateur radio operator, Whiskey Alpha 4, Oscar Victor Oscar, is the contact point there. That's his email address, wa4ovo at gmail.com. 7 p.m., 22nd of March, Lord of Life Lutheran Church, 6865 Poplar Pike in Memphis, and plenty of other locations as well for you to get trained on severe weather. We need your help on this because the more people who know what to look for and to call back in to the National Weather Service, the more information I can get out to the residents of the Mid-South and our viewers and to keep them as safe as possible. So we need your help on this. If you'd like to know more, contact any of these people in the point of contact page or call the National Weather Service directly for more information. You can also contact me on my Facebook page at facebook.com/Austinotic WREG3. Thanks to everybody who submitted the great sunrise pictures for this morning. If you'd like to see more of those, you can submit them to Aonic_WREG3 on Twitter. And this is a very important thing. Just want to sit back and watch this for a second.
The world has changed since I was a girl. People and places are more connected than ever. I remember the first time I saw our planet from way up there. I remember many firsts, like it was yesterday. In 2090, the world celebrated as we avoided a global temperature rise of 1.5 degrees. In 2060, the world became carbon neutral. In 2040, I saw the last of the coal mines shut down. In 2030, our oceans came back to life as we protected the vast blue sea. And in 2016, we made history when we lent our voices to planet Earth to change climate change. Thank you for donating your social food to Earth Hour to shine a light on climate action and making Earth, our planet, a better home for me and future generations.
All right, 3 weeks from tonight, it is going to be Earth Hour. If you'd like to know more about what this is and to explore a little bit more about it, it's a good opportunity to help learn more about what we waste as Americans and around the world when it comes to power. We dig up coal, we burn it for energy, we dump a lot of junk into the atmosphere, and we need to learn how to reduce that. There's a good way to do that, and Earth Hour is helping out with that. And that's coming up 3 weeks from Saturday night into, again, about a little bit more than 2 weeks now, but again, 3 weeks from yesterday at 8:30 p.m. I'm going to be doing some of the activities here at News Channel 3, and you can do exactly the same thing at home. What it is, it's a good effort to get, again, information about how you can conserve energy and, more importantly, what you can do to help everybody else understand how to conserve energy. There's something really incredible to think about when you're watching this at this point in time. We have 168 hours in a week. And if you leave your lights on at your business or at school or at your home, just burning just because you can, because it's much more easier just to leave the lights on. You're not even wanting to reach over and turn off the light switch as you head out of the room. Think about this for a second. 168 hours in a week that the lights are left burning. That's 168 hours of power you're paying for. Yes, it's relatively inexpensive. Yes, it doesn't show up that much on your bill. But what if you could reduce that to make certain that you're not paying for so much? Let's take your business, for example, and think about that. 168 hours where the lights are burning from Sunday at midnight to Saturday at midnight, 168 hours, 7 days, all the way on through. Now think about that for a second. If you could install timers or motion sensors to where the lights are on at a certain time, excuse me, and only for certain times when people are in the room, that they're only on and only allowed to be on, roughly. And I'm not talking about everything. I'm not talking about security lights, and I'm not talking about parking lot lights. I'm talking about the regular stuff that happens around your office, just the stuff that can be turned on and off walking into and out of a room. When you're done using it, the last person out turns off the lights. It's pretty simple. But think about this for a second. If you were only able to get the lights turned on and off from, say, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that's, again, 12 hours per day, 5 days a week. That's 60 hours. That means that's 108 less hours that those lights are left to burn, nearly twice as much as you do not have to pay in energy costs. And just because you were able to flick off a light switch, well, this doesn't count for much, because if I'm just doing it, it doesn't really help. That's true. That's why Earth Hour is doing these things, to make certain that people know a little bit more about what's going on. So in 19 days, 23 hours, 9 minutes from when I'm recording this, Saturday night on March the 16th, if I'm not mistaken, coming up in the course of the next several days and weeks. This is going to be exceptionally important. That's going to be the 19th, pardon me, Saturday, March 19th. If you'd like to know more about this, go to earthhour.org and or stay tuned for more on News Channel 3. There's going to be events going on all around the world, unfortunately, none of which are happening directly here in the Mid-South, and there are tons of ways to contribute either time or money or research or ideas or anything else. And if you'd like to know more about this, this is incredibly important, because we waste too much energy as it is. We need to find better ways of doing things. So if you can help on this, I'm asking you that if you're doing something, let me know about it, and I'll feature it as soon as possible. And also, we'll talk about this over the next few weeks about what you can do, simple little things that can cut 168 hours down to just 60 hours. That's incredible when you think about it, that you're cutting out that much waste of energy and only using what you have to. That is some of the things that meteorologists are concerned about when it comes to the environment, making certain that everybody has the clean air that we need to be able to breathe, the fresh water that we need to drink. Environmentalism applies to everybody on this planet. You can do your part. I'm going to be doing mine. I already do a lot of it at home, conserving energy, recycling, things like that. But I'm going to be talking about this a lot more in the upcoming year. And if you would like to join in and find out more about this, all you have to do is tune in and find out more about this and spread the word about Earth Hour and about how you can do things better and reduce the amount of energy waste that we have and increase the amount of conservables that we need to have around the area and around the world to make certain that we are all able to have a good quality way of life, something to think about there. If you'd like more information, again, drop by my Twitter account at twitter.com/aonic_WREG3. And also don't forget to email me at austin.onic@wreg.com. Live and direct from the First Defense Doppler 3 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Austin Onic. Join me on News Channel 3 at 5 and 10 tonight. And we'll have more information coming up on various social media websites as well, especially at wreg.com/weather. Thanks for joining me for this edition of News Channel 3's online video weather blog, Weather Overtime, for Sunday, February 28th.